is back. I am joined today with a new legend that has joined the NASCAR universe online. It's Mr. Chris Hacker, the Hacker Man himself. Chris, welcome to Garage Talk. How are you today?
Well, first off, thank you for having me. And I'm not doing too good, or I'm not doing too bad myself. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Right now, I'm in Memphis, and as soon as we get done with our Garage Talk, I'm going to eat a lot of barbecue. Some big barbecue guy. Yeah. Are you a barbecue guy?
Oh yeah, I love all sorts of food, honestly. Whether it's barbecue, Chinese, classic American. I mean, Olive Garden. Olive Garden is probably my favorite.
Olive Garden, you're a big breadsticks guy.
Olive Garden is my favorite, but yeah, I'm a huge food dude.
All right, so we got a foodie. So since I'm in Memphis, just for the sake of me being in Memphis right now, are you a dry rub ribs guy, or do you like wet barbecue sauce on your ribs?
I like them wet. I like them covered in sauce.
Like sauced out. Big sauce.
Yeah,
man.
like I wanna have to wear a bib when I'm eating them almost.
Big bib, big like what is it? Joe's Crab Shack size.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, awesome. Well, reason we reached out to you, man. I was online a while back and I saw this picture. I think it was your last race that you had. I think you were running the 94. Shout out to Bill Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Bill Elliott guy? Or you just run the 94?
I was just running the 94. I'm a huge Jeff Gordon guy though. So if I ever get to 24, you'll definitely see me smiling ear to ear.
Oh yeah. See, when I talk about that, you're from Indiana. We forget. So obviously you got to be a Jeff Gordon guy. And Tony Stewart too. You like Tony?
My dad likes Tony. I haven't really followed him that much. Wasn't really a huge fan of his, but he's definitely a badass driver for sure.
Well, you'll probably love my nickname for him. We call him Tony Poop Pants because of that one time. Because of that one time. Yeah, that one time. So we'll talk a little bit about the recent stuff we had. But I saw you on a group, two girls that I follow on Twitter that have their own show. Ended up getting a picture with you, and then the next thing I know, it's like there's a new sex god in NASCAR. So you're that guy. Do you accept that? Do you welcome that in?
I mean, I guess I have to at this point. You know what I mean? If that's what the word around town is, I'm just gonna have to roll with the flow on that one.
Yeah. Well, you look, the Gram game is strong. You do have a strong Instagram. I did check through that, but once I saw that, I was like, all right, I got to find out more about this guy, where he's from, what he does, and I made this thread. So before we even kick off, because I want you to be able to tell the Garage fam about yourself, about your racing career, how you brought everything together, where you're at now, and where you want to go. But I want to start this off reading my thread that I wrote on Twitter about you. So I said, I've been seeing this Chris Hacker kid all over my timeline lately, and I think this guy has a shot at being the next Garage Guys NASCAR Swag Star, which is a first-time award. So you would be the first-time NASCAR Swag Star, even though I said the next. You're actually the first. So
I'm very honored, honestly.
Well, I think we're gonna get. We got a little ways to go through the interview, so we're gonna be sure after this is over. But here's my 5 reasons why. Number 1, your last name. We all know that technology runs the world, from grocery stores to banks. AI makes our lives easier. What happens when they turn against us, though? Hackers will become heroes, so you could save the world from evil robots. So shout out to that. Number 2,
just a Will Smith moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like straight up, like not like Will Smith fighting zombies in I Am Legend, but Will Smith in I, Robot. That's you.
Yep,
you're that guy now. All right. Number 2, you're from Indiana. In NASCAR history, there are 2 absolute legends that come from the state of Indiana. Jeff and Tony fucked up some track in their day, and we're absolute badasses. We've already covered that. You seem to have the same energy, and I found a photo of you on Instagram with a cigar. You were obviously younger. You didn't have much of the flow. Were you supposed to have that cigar in your mouth, young man?
I was actually. I was 18 at the time, and I was down in Wisconsin, and the law was 18 and over for tobacco use. So it was
man of the law.
Gotta follow some rules here and there.
There we go. Hey, nothing wrong with that. It was a badass photo. Number 3, The Insta game on fleek. After 1 minute of scrolling through your Insta feed, I realized that the kid is an official star boy. There's no telling how much ass the kid is pulling. Can you tell us if that is something that's going on? You got a girlfriend in your life?
Yeah, I do have a girl for my life. And I met her on Hinge. Maybe Hinge can sponsor me one day, but I had Hinge for about a week and a half, so probably about like 10 days, and that's when I met her, and then I deleted the app. So it definitely I pulled it in pretty quickly. So
It did its
so you
job.
could you could say that's
Beat.
also yeah
There you go.
it
All right.
did do
So
its
so
job.
he's a so sorry, ladies. He's taken. All right. Hinge did its
Yep.
job.
I apologize, but
We love it. All right. Number 4, great stats. If you know me, and you'll learn about me too. The more you watch Garage Guys, the more you learn about me. I do a little something called Chase Math, and you probably weren't familiar with that, so you might not have got that tweet. But I suck at math, so I do my own math. I made my own math called
Yep.
Chase Math. So it's time for you to exercise your mind. You have one top 15 finish and one top 10 finish. 15 minus 10 equals 5. Kyle Larson's dominating NASCAR right now. That's pretty strong. You could be dominating too. So that
The
can happen
it,
in the
it adds
future.
up to me, honestly.
I love it. We love Chase Matt there. And then the last one, which is one of the most kick-ass things, and definitely want to just kind of start off talking about this after this, is you bent over adversity and made her breakfast the next day. You have a disability, which I'm apologize, I'm not familiar with, but I'm ready to learn about it. And you said, fuck that noise. You kept pursuing your dreams. And I did check out your Wikipedia page, and it says you've paid for nearly 50 kids with the same disability to go to a camp. That's legendary moves. We love it. So that was my thread, and now you're here. Now the hacker man himself, Chris Hacker's here. So I think that would be an awesome place to start. So I guess you starting out as a young man or a child wanting to get into racing, that's you being Indiana. Obviously, that's always been in your game. But a little bit about how some people might have some things in their life that hold them back from doing things, and you were just like, I got something to do. So tell us a little bit about that.
So like you were saying, Indiana's huge in racing. I was always kind of watching NASCAR growing up. Around Indiana, it's more open wheel, the Indy 500 and stuff. But I started out, we were at the Indianapolis Fairgrounds over by where I'm at, and they had a little quarter midget track there. And I pretty much looked up at my dad, and I was like, I want to try this next, because I did basketball, t-ball, soccer, all that other stuff, and those were all kind of phases. So thankfully he agreed to it, and sadly he thought it would be a phase 2, but he was greatly wrong. So that's kind of what started out my racing career. As far as just growing and everything, I didn't really realize that I wanted to make it a full-blown career until probably about the age of 12, when I was competing in the legend cars. Once I kind of went to my parents towards that motive, they were like, all right, well, we need to work on like moving you up to the ranks as quickly as possible. So next best step was late models, and I started running those when I was 13, and that was in the Champion Racing Association, also known as CRA. But we actually had to write a letter to the director of CRA to let me run, because I was so young at the time, and thankfully he approved it. And I don't know if you've seen on my Twitter, but we have a little thing going on eBay selling one of my old late model pieces towards Indiana Mama Bears. It's a foundation out here anyways, but I was in a massive wreck. We went into the corner, and there's like an opening. It's at Anderson Speedway. There's an opening going into the corner, and 2 cars in front of us spun, so turn 3 and 4 was blocked, and I was right behind somebody. He chalked up on the brakes, I chalked up on the brakes. Both of our tires were locked up. He went nose first into it, and his rear end kicked up, and I went right under him. And then, like, next thing you know, like, his gas tank's above me, his right rear is like over here. And I was 13 at the time, and this man named Scott Neal, he's an absolute magician when it comes to late models. That was on a Saturday night. We replaced the whole body with just a fresh white body, slapped numbers on it that morning, next weekend at the track. And I ended up winning that race, and it was my first late model win. And they said that I was the youngest driver in CRA history to win an event, so that was pretty badass for me. But Along with the injury and stuff, yeah, brachial plexus injury is, long story short, nerve damage. It can kind of happen. Mine was at birth, but it can happen in all sorts of scenarios, car wrecks, any type of accidents that are like majorly injured. So mine was at birth. I was measured to be, around 7 to 8 pounds coming out, but I actually was 11 pounds. So in the process, I ended up getting stuck, and they were like, all right, well, we got to pull them out. So they yanked me out, and doing that, they ripped three of the nerves in my neck that connect my, the major nervous system to my arm. And so at first, I could only my fingers, and I ended up getting three surgeries done where they took nerves out of my ankles and my calves, and they pretty much Frankenstein me and put them in my wrist, my shoulder, and my neck. So now I have about like 50% range of movement. But like you were saying about it not holding me back, it's kind of really all I've ever known. So it's my like quote unquote normal.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, I kind of just like sometimes have to adjust to things differently, and just go full throttle towards it, just whatever it is.
Yeah, that's kick ass too. I like the way you phrase it. They Frankenstein you. Right. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're rolling through it. But no, that's epic shit though, man. Because like, I feel like the mindset thing is such a big deal. Like, so many people could be born with things like that, and it's such a dynamic where it's like you're either in two categories. It's like, well, I'll never be able to do this, or no, I'm gonna do this. I have so much respect for that, dude, and for you being able to just say, you know what, this is what I got, and I'm out here and I'm doing it. And like,
Mhm.
dude, I mean, literally, you ran a race not too long ago in Charlotte, and you're right here, right now. You're negotiating and you're rocking and rolling. You're living the dream, man. So I mean, it's just
Yeah.
kind of keeping the momentum going. So talking a little bit about that race, you were in the top 10 for that one, correct?
Yes.
There we go, top 10. That was that top 10 finish right there that equaled the
Yep.
five. Chase
Yep.
Matthews basically.
That run at Charlotte was honestly, it was pretty special to me. That was my second ARCA race ever. I ran Phoenix in the fall of last year, and I was supposed to run Daytona in the beginning of this year, but I ended up coming down with COVID during the test session, and you have
Like
to after the
many.
test session, and yeah, yeah.
I'm weird, bro. I
Um,
never got it. I'm like super like I feel like I'm in a weird world right now because everyone around me is like, "Hey, I got COVID." I'm like, "Not me."
so I got it. My mom got it. I live with my parents, and my mom had it. I didn't end up getting it from her. She got it like months before me. But my dad, he hasn't got it yet. I don't know how. He lives with
Does he
us and
have a
everything.
mustache?
He does not have a mustache. It,
Okay,
it,
I was about to cross it out. I was like, it's because of this.
you're like,
This is the
that's
man
it right
caterpillars.
there.
That's it. It's the
But
signature.
yeah, so Daytona opted me out, and then I was out of the seat for a while time, trying to figure out what race was going to be the next best move. And we actually rented a house down in Daytona for the Daytona race, which was non-refundable. So we were like, all right, let's go hang out and watch the race at least. And my nerves were itching. I was like, I got to get in the seat. So they had speed weeks going on down there with the late models. I get a pit pass. I start walking around. Who's got an extra car? Who's got an extra car? And the first night I had no luck, and then I get a call at like I don't want to say it was like 1 a.m. It was like 2 hours after I bought Disney tickets. I bought tickets to go to Disney World the next day because I was like, all right, well, this isn't happening. So let's go do something tomorrow. Get a call at like 1 a.m. He's like, I found your ride. Be here at like 7 a.m. sharp. I was like, yes, sir, I'll be there. And so I get up first thing in the morning. I call Disney World and I'm like, hey, I know it says non-refundable. This is a weird story, but I was like, I'm a race car driver. Long story short, something came up. I have to race. Like, is there any way you can like refund me like for these tickets? Like, I just don't want to take this L. And she's like, you know what? It sounds like racing cars is gonna be a lot more fun than roller coasters. And she gave me the refund. And I was
Oh
like, thank
man,
you, man.
that's big
Yeah,
moves. Not a lot of people
that's
can
what I'm
say they've got a
saying.
refund from Disney.
That's
That's
what I'm saying.
You
She
got to buy
she came in
insurance for
clutch on
that.
that one.
So
But
the moral of the story is that if you want a refund from Disney, you need to become a race car driver.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
I got work to do then, because I think me and the wife and the little one are going to be having to go to Disney World. So I need to brush up on my skills. I need to learn from you.
Yeah.
You need to teach me some stuff. But yeah.
Uh,
So
but
continuing from there, yeah.
I got there. I never met this guy or anything. I was like, how much? He gave me a price, which was pretty cheap, you know, because the car was already down there and stuff. And his driver actually stopped running the rest of the week because his wife was like pissed at him. She was like, nah, 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 like, you know, complaining and stuff. And so finally he listened to the wife. And this guy was all the way from Ohio and he's down in Florida. So he's like, he's trying to make use out of it. So he gave me like a dirt cheap price. And first thing I did is I ran at home. I bought outdoor seating pads because the dude was like double my size. So we just start stuffing them in the side, you know, trying to make it like tight around me and stuff like that. We went out there. We had a rear end leak. Well, we couldn't get the parts for it. So what we did is we got tennis balls and we cut a hole in it, put it around the axle, shoved it back into the rear end,
Oh,
and that's what stopped the rear end leak. Other than that, you know, we had a couple like, you know, setup problems, not problems, but, you know, holdbacks, you know, trying to make sure the car was set up and everything
right.
correctly. And I want to say I started like 21st. It was definitely further back in the field. But I got a top 10. I can't exactly remember what position, but that was the only other time I was in the seat before after Phoenix and before Charlotte. So along with coming up to that Charlotte race, you know, I did a lot of practicing on my iRacing simulator and stuff like that. Just trying to get my reaction times up and making sure I'm able to hold a line. But
That's what's up.
you know,
So
huh?
I was saying, to you're a big iRacing guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm actually probably gonna be streaming right after I do this. You know,
Oh,
iRacing is kind of like it's kind of what I do in my free time when I'm not working. You know, racing kind of like just surrounds my life, so it's the only thing
yeah,
that kind of
man.
really makes me happy. But
You got to. That's like our homie Anthony Alfredo, man. I mean, he's out there in the Cub Series, and
mhm.
when he gets home, he's just straight up. Like, you catch me on Twitch. I'm out
Yep,
here. You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly. But yeah, we went out there. We were just really making sure we were keeping the fenders on it. We were kind of using ARCA as a backbone to get me approved for bigger tracks and trucks. There's a long process you have to go through NASCAR to get approved for bigger tracks and stuff like that. And one of it is definitely seat time. So our main goal was just, you know, trying to finish the race, all four corners on the car. And I ended up qualifying 12th, which was in the practice session. Practice and qualifying was together. And so I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of just expecting like a P15 again, just like I did at Phoenix. But to be able to come home in top 10, it was pretty special to me. And you know, my dad gave me a big hug, which was nice. And you know,
Good dad
my
hug.
older brother was there. Oh yeah, I have an older brother. He's I want to say like 28 now, I believe, but he was never into racing anything like that. But ever since I started, he's kind of been into it. And you know, we have that weird like brotherly like connection where like when we see each other we're just like, you know, what's up, like
What's
nice
up,
seeing
man?
you again. But
Uh,
I hopped out of the car and like he's a hoss, he's a big dude, but he like, you know, he came up and he hugged me, gave me like a big fist bump and stuff. And you know, so like it kind of like brought the family together. And you know, I mean, it's kind of what racing's all about, you know, just coming home with a big smile on your face.
Hell yeah, man. So yeah, your brother is actually close to my age. So I'm 29. So
Okay.
yeah, for him to just be getting into racing, that's big. Little bro made big bro moves and got big bro into the
Yeah.
game. I respect it,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
where we're at right now, I guess you just released not too long ago. You and Cram are going to be parting ways. You're in the mix right now. You're trying to work to get some stuff going forward. So this is where being the garage guy swag star comes into play now. So we got all the garage fam know who you are now, and they're gonna be tweeting at people. All right, so
Yeah.
that's what we're here for. That's what we do. So Dude, I wish you nothing but the best, man. We're gonna be linking up some more, and hopefully we get to see you in the car a little bit more. Because honestly, I never was a big ARCA guy. I never watched a lot of ARCA
Mhm.
racing. I was always trucks, and obviously you want to be in those trucks. That's what the
Yeah.
goal is. That's where you're trying to move to, and that's gonna be dope because our guy Dale Tanhart, he's the truck king of betting on truck racing.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's like up like 40 units. And I know I got to be careful though because you can't bet. You're a driver. You got to
Mhm.
stay in your
Yeah.
lane. We take care of our garage fam drivers out here. So, we tell people who to play and you're just like thumbs up. I'm going to drive. And
Yeah.
that's what's up with it. So we'll do it. But so is there anything you can tell us? Is there anything in the works? Is there anything coming together?
So we got a lot of behind the scenes going on. So we are talking to multiple teams. I did get approved for what I wanted to through NASCAR, so that's checked off the list. But we're coming really close to getting a finalized situation going on. I'm working with some people from out in North Carolina. We're doing a lot of phone calls day by day, just trying to make it all figured out. Um, but nothing too specific I can't release, but it should be pretty soon when I will be releasing it.
Oh yeah, we love to hear it. Well, look, when it all comes together, holla at your boy. Would be pretty tight to see a car out there with big GG on it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to do a little talking. But Chris, you're one epic guy. Glad that we got to link up and everything worked out, the circumstances, and I'm ready to see you get back there on the track. And I know everybody else watching this right now is as well. So for the people that are just meeting you virtually here through this podcast, where can everybody follow you? Where can we watch your Twitch streams? Tell us where we can find all your stuff that you're doing online.
Yeah, so my Instagram is Chris_Hacker, and then my Twitter is Chris Hacker _, and then my Twitch is the same thing, Chris Hacker _. Another thing I did forget about Charlotte actually is NASCAR gave all the drivers a phone call, and they were like, "What do you want us to talk about like while you're on TV?" And I was like, perfect. Like I got a quality story, like my arm and everything, and then like you said, raising the money to send those kids out. That's like all like the only thing I talked about. I pop up on TV. Next thing you know, they're talking about my hair. They're saying I look like Boris and everything. And then after that, bro, like they did not even mention my injury at all. And I was like, I can't be mad. But after that, like Twitter's just been loving my hair. I don't know
You got a
why.
strong
And
flow, dude. You got to
it, I,
embrace it.
it, I don't know what about it, but for years, man, and I mean years, my mom, my manager Larry, and my dad, they're like, "You do not look the part. You need to cut your hair." Like yada 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 yada.
Stay
Finally,
true to
she said
yourself.
something. Yep, she said it on TV. All the fans loved it, and I was like, y'all were wrong this time. I was like, y'all weren't correct. And so they hopped off my back on that one. But yeah, everybody's loving my hair. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why I kind of blew up on Twitter, honestly.
It's
But
big. Hey, it's big flow energy. We're all about big energy. I wear loud shit 24/7, man. That's just how we roll. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff. We've been on a tour right now with Inside Tailgating, going around to all the tracks. And I mean, we're just out there on the weekends, dude, just vibing out. Just got the shitty coolers on
yeah.
deck. We're just living it up, man. Because I want to see
Oh
NASCAR
man.
come back, man. I want NASCAR '90s style again. I want
Yep,
NASCAR on ESPN
exactly.
on Sundays. You know what I mean? Speed Channel
Mm-hmm.
needs to return. Let me do the pre-race show. You know what I mean? Like that's the
Yep.
vibe. That's a vibe. But dude, that's epic that they brought that up. So
I
before you do tell
know.
us where everyone can follow you, I will ask you this much since we talked about that now. Next race you go to, you've got to find the Kurt Busch full brim hat and you got to find like some 2000s shades, like from the 2000s, the small, tiny ones. You just got to rock that
Okay.
on pit road, man. Got to rock it on
You
pit
know
road.
what? I send me a picture, and I
Hold
promise
up.
you, I'll make it happen.
Here we
I'll
go. I'm
make
about, I'm
it
about to show
happen.
you.
Oh, you have it on deck?
So, so obviously we have the OG sex god himself up here, and I've got the Jimmy Spencer hat on. We all know what happened there. But
Uh,
no, I will mail you these glasses, bro.
oh
I
my
will mail
god.
you these. I will mail them to you if you just rock
Uh,
these with like a full brimmed like like Dale Senior had the Darlington hat that was like straw
yep.
hat. You got to
Yep.
find one of those. We'll get you these, dude. And that's the vibe. That's the
You know
vibe.
what? I can pinky promise you I'll make that happen.
Ooh, virtual pinky promise. It's
Yep.
happening right now.
There we go. There we go. Is
Uh,
that is that the first one you've had on here?
that's the first time, dude. First
There we
NASCAR
go,
swag
bro.
star, Garage
There
Guys
we
NASCAR
go.
swag star, and first pinky promise live on a show. This is a big Garage Talk. Garage Talk just returned in a big way. We've been so busy we haven't been able to do them. But I am gonna let you go. I got homie Cody over here. He's ready for that Memphis BBQ. I know I am too. So where can everybody follow you, my man?
You said where? Yeah, so Instagram is Chris_Hacker, CHRIS_HACKER. And then Twitter is Chris Hacker _, same spelling, just underscore in a different place. And then Twitch will be the same thing as that, Chris Hacker _. My Instagram isn't really as active on Twitter. I'm more, as active as Twitter. I'm on Twitter, 24/7 nowadays. But I definitely do be posting, all the swaggy pics on Instagram. So
Yeah,
so that's
big
where
energy.
you have to go to see them.
The BDE. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Well, dude, Chris, we're gonna be rooting for you, man, and hit us up. Let us know when this race is coming, and we'll be keeping posted with you as well on the Twitter machine and everywhere else. And I'll be tuning into a stream here before long. So I
For
advise everyone
sure.
else. Everyone else needs to just start watching some Chris Hacker streams. That's how we do it. All right, hacking and slashing, homie. We're gonna see you. This has been Garage Talk. Garage fan, be good, and we will be back with the preview for the Ally 400. So Nashville, big move. You need to come to Nashville. Just come to Nashville.
You are you gonna be there?
I'll be there.
You'll be there.
I'll be
I
there.
might make a trip. Let me talk to some people. I might make a trip.
Come on. We're gonna
gotta
be in the Glade campground all weekend. We're pulling in
I
tomorrow.
gotta see what work's looking like. I gotta see. I gotta figure out, if I can get in the track or not. But I'll definitely be letting you know. I might make that happen. Then we can go get some barbecue.
Big bet. Big bet. Oh, we're gonna get hot chicken. We're gonna get the hot chicken in the Nashtown.
Okay,
Hot
okay,
chicken.
that works for me.
All right, homie. Be good, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Yep. Thank you for having me.